Going to kick off with Japan versus Poland, Group H. Today's odds come from Intertops. We have a special team bankroll link, which is in the description box. If you want to check it out, just make sure, again, if you're watching this video on replay, when we've done the clips, just check whether the odds have changed or not with Intertops. Must win for Japan. Poland are out. Japan actually have been quite, I sort of underestimated them, but they've been finding the back of the net. Poland have been sort of one of the biggest letdowns, I believe, in the tournament so far. The question is, obviously, they didn't score last match. Are they going to score against Japan, who do concede, Nigel?
Well, you say it's a must-win for Japan. They only need a point. A draw and they qualify. So they don't. As long as they don't avoid defeat, they're through to the last 16, and that may be in their mindset to go quite defensive. I don't think they can. I think Poland have really been one of the biggest disappointments in this World Cup. I never really expected them to win this group. I like Senegal along. I wanted to take Colombia on, but I was expecting a lot more from the Poles than what we've seen. Lewandowski's looking for a big move, and he's been non-existent. So the Poles really need to put in a performance and get some pride. Japan will give them a chance because Japan do concede. And if you look at the Japanese games coming into this tournament, both teams have scored in a lot of their games. I think it's 7 of their last 8 matches for Japan where both teams have scored. And I do think this could be quite an entertaining last game because Japan go forward at 100 miles an hour and defend very kamikaze-like. So I think there's goals in here. My bet is both teams to score.
Yeah.
It's 1.85.
Yeah.
I don't know what Intertops are, but I saw 1.85, which I thought was a decent price. I think this could be an entertaining draw. I think it could be 1-1 or 2-2. And I think now that's all that Japan need. Poland will get something from the game, but I think this will be a draw. But my best bet was both teams to score. I think both teams will score. Japan very, very good going forward. At the back, they're quite leaky, and they do concede and they do score. So both teams to score for me, 1.85.
Yeah, very nice. And we've got John Smith as well, both teams to score. Lee Levathan, Japan win, Poland in disarray, both teams to score. I'm liking that as well. Both teams to score could be a good bet. I've got that as well at 1.85. That's my bet for the match. So me and Nigel on both teams to score. What do you like?
Yeah, he was saying about Robert Lewandowski being failing to deliver for his side. I think that we all predicted that we all talked about Poland being a one-man show. Robert Lewandowski. If it wasn't him, nobody could deliver. He was the top goal scorer in the qualifying campaign, in the European qualifying campaign, but he failed to score in the first 2 matches. I think that they will play for pride. I still think that Poland will put a great performance against Japan. They are a little bit better, in my opinion, than Japan. And I have Poland to win with plus 0.25 on the Asian handicap at 1.8.
So, okay, so if the draw comes in, you're golden.
Yeah, I have a half stake win and half stake back.
All right.
Okay, I think just one thing. These games are very important. That what's going on in the other games has a big bearing on what we're going to see here. So, for example, if Colombia are losing, say 2-0 against Senegal, then this game becomes a non-event. It doesn't really matter because if Japan lose, Japan still go through. So I think it's very, very important to look at the permutations as and when goals go in at various different matches. So what we might think pre-match during the game could have a really, very different outcome. So just look what's happening at the other game at the same time, because that has a massive bearing on the way this game is being played and vice versa.
Yeah, but both matches obviously will be playing at the same time, so they won't. But you telling me that football players don't know what's going on in other games? Of course they know. The manager will tell them, it's 2-0. Absolutely. Of course they'll know. They'll be told, if as they're playing, they're like, right, they've got to score. Okay,
cool. Yeah. So they'll know exactly what's happening, and then what they'll do is they'll change the game. So if Colombia are losing 2-0 in their game, Senegal will top the group, and it's regardless what happens with Japan. They'll know they'll go through even if they lose or draw. But if the other game is 0-0, then Japan have to go out for the 20 minutes. So the 2 matches at play have a huge, huge bearing for in-running punting. So what we think pre-match now could massively change an hour into this game, because what happens at one game has a massive bearing on the way we're watching the other game, 100%.
Yeah. Do you in-play bets, or you sort of make your bets before the game and then watch?
Well, I would on these games here, the last matches, they're so difficult, and it's all about the mindset. What we think now could be so different when we see the teams. At the moment, both the other game is set up perfectly because it's a winner takes all, so it's huge. But I would probably have a very, very, very small stake here on both teams to score because I don't think that will change. As far as Alex's tip there for Poland, if Colombia are 2-0 up, then Poland could win 5-0. It makes no difference because Japan go through. Oh, sorry, if Colombia are 2-0 down, it makes no difference. So it just either enhances your pre-match opinion or basically gives you a little bit of opinion to trade out your position. But for me, I'm going to sit on the fence, both teams to score.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.